There's a perception out there that with artificial intelligence coming into every industry, there's going to be a wave of automation and a wave of job losses because everything is going to become automated. Anything that can be automated that humans do today becomes automated. And then there's things today that are being done entirely by humans. And the reality is that there's something in between where humans and machines are going to interact. It's not going to be all humans or all machines. And Nitesh, your business B12 is doing that with websites. You're bringing select automated functions and a workflow process that's going from something that was all humans to now some levels of automation. Dennis, you're doing a very similar thing where you've got something that was historically in X.AI's world, the assistant world, creating a virtual assistant that is not fully an AI. It's also backed up by a whole lot of human-machine interaction. And so starting with you, Nitesh, how does your B12 technology work?
B12 builds, manages, and optimizes websites for businesses. And the way that we do it is we have an underlying tool called Orchestra, which is a workflow management tool. So you could think about it like Uber is a workflow management tool. It pairs you with drivers and gets you from one spot to the other. Orchestra is different in two ways. The first is it's oriented around team-based work. So we're not just thinking about a single driver, we're thinking about how does an entire team come together to actually build out and actually deliver tasks for an individual or an end user. And the second way it's different is that we say team members can be either people or machines. And with that, we can start to layer in automation. So layering in that automation so far has led to about 10x efficiency around costs and time for our customers.
Well, I'm talking about time savings, Dennis, that's a big part of what you're doing with Amy, the virtual assistant that you've created. What kind of time savings are your customers, users of Amy, realizing?
We all attend meetings, some more, some less, but what we don't really add up is all the time we try to kind of apply to kind of put that in place. And that back and forth is not difficult, it's just yet another chore for where I actually never really hired you to do that chore. I hired you to be my account manager or my customer success person or my key engineer. So Amy, or Andrew, this intelligent agent, is something where you can take that particular chore and say, hey, get me and Samantha together for half an hour at my office on 200 Broadway early next week, send, and then it's not my task anymore, and the machine can kind of take over and just make sure that happens.
And Andrew or Amy, the virtual assistants, using a lot of human-machine interaction in the background. What is the human function?
I think where we see the collaboration is between the agent and the human, as in, you would like your particular agent to work different to my agent. I don't want meetings early on. I like people not calling me, or like to call them. When I say web conference, please log into my Zoom account. Whatever little quirks you have.
All those elements of personalization, yes, right, really make the difference. Well, and that's true actually with B12, is right? Like everyone's trying to achieve a website that's fundamentally differentiated. And so on that point, I understand how you're doing it with Andrew and Amy, but how do you do it with B12? How do you give someone in such a short period of time a personalized, customized website?
Yeah, so for us, that's where we think humans can really shine. So we have people as part of the process, and we expect that to be the case for all the types of tasks that we take on. We don't imagine that web design is one of these fields that's going to get to full automation in the near term. And even if you look at some of the more kind of early areas of automation, things like self-driving cars, I was in my first self-driving car in 2009. And people would have thought 10 years from now we'd have self-driving cars all through New York City. Right. But the reality is it just takes a little bit more time. It's a little bit more complicated. So we love these flows where people are part of the flow. And the type of work that we're going after, which is particularly complicated creative work, we imagine isn't going to be automated anytime in the near future. So we're long-term optimistic, but in the near term we think our solution can provide value to the market right now.